What's up, people? I've got some games to show you. I got to do these pickup videos a little more frequently now because I'm getting such a decent amount of games more often. So if I waited a few weeks at a time, I'd have hundreds of games to try to show you, and I wouldn't remember who or where the fuck I got these games from. Basically, this is sort of stuff I'm going to keep for myself, some stuff you might see in a future, for sale and trade video. And I like doing these because there's always little stories that go along with them, and shit, people like pickup videos. First, I got a PSP. Now, I've owned two PSPs before. One was the original model, and then another one was, I replaced that with a 2000 model. And then recently, I traded my 2000 model. I never trade shit for my own collection. But this one deal this guy wanted to do involved that copy of Earthbound that I had not too long ago, and a bunch of other good Super Nintendo titles. And one of the things he was looking for was a PSP. I didn't have any for trade or sale at that time, so I was like, you know what? I'll get rid of mine, and I work at a game store, so I'll eventually find one. At that time, there was none in my area that were in good condition, so I was just going to go, maybe try to buy one, instead of getting rid of my own. But I ended up finally finding one. It took a month and a half after we did this damn deal where I found a decent one that wasn't covered in scratches. There's a few teeny little marks on the screen. I don't think you can even see them, but overall, it's in really good shape. And the guy that's traded it in, I guess kept it in a little pouch and barely ever played it, and has the charger obviously. But I'm happy to have this back because it felt really weird getting rid of one of my actual items in my collection. And I do play my PSP pretty frequently. I have a lot of PSP games, so that and the 3DS are probably the two handhelds I play the most now. These next two games were a part of a trade I did with a guy named Andrew. He contacted me. He had seen on one of my videos the games that I was looking for trade, and the ones he had, I was pretty surprised that someone actually contacted me and wanted to trade these because they were sort of uncommon games. The first is a Game Gear game. It's a Ninja Gaiden. It's not terribly expensive or anything, but it just was one that I never find when I'm at a game store digging through their Game Gear games. So that was pretty cool. It had a little bit of Sharpie marker on the label, but it actually rubbed off really easily, so that was a good surprise. And besides, that marker that came off, it's in really good shape. And then this was the highlight of it, Incantation on the Super Nintendo with a pretty damn good label to it. Overall, nothing wrong with the cartridge. This is one that I've never seen in person, besides the one obviously I'm holding right now. But it goes for $50, $60, I guess, sometimes on the eBays. So I was happy to get that. So thank you very much, Andrew. Next, I've been buying some boxed games recently, and I got this one for a really good deal. It was only $10 more than the price that the carts were going for on eBay, and that is Super C. There's some surprising games that I don't own in my collection. This was one of them. Another one I'm going to show you, just ones that, I thought, in my mind when I was going to buy it recently, I'm like, why the fuck don't I own this? Why haven't I bought this before? But the box is in pretty damn good shape. Just normal sort of shelfware and little nicks on it. And it's complete. It has the manual and little foam piece at the bottom. So that was pretty sweet. And then the other one where it was hey, I should have already owned this, was Castlevania Bloodlines. This is the last Castlevania game that I needed for my collection. I now own all the North American release Castlevania titles, so yay! But this is complete as well, and I got this. I didn't really get a good deal on this game. It has gone up in price, or I guess it's not really hasn't gone up a ton in price, but it's definitely stayed at a solid, not real cheap price for a while. It seems to bounce around 30, 40, even a little bit more than that, for a good condition copy. So I'm glad I got this finally. Like I said, one of my favorite series of all time is Castlevania, so it was sort of a bummer to realize I don't have that one, and I've been waiting for to find it, for $10 or $5 or something somewhere, but I never did, so I gave up and just bought it. Also, I did get another copy of Dungeons and Dragons. Warriors of the Eternal Sun on Genesis, and this is a complete copy. The manual isn't perfect, but it's okay. The cart's in really good shape. This will probably be in a future sale or trade video. It's not for sale or trade right now because I just finally got every package sent out from the last sale and trade video, which was a week ago, last Monday. I'm filming this on like late Monday night, going on a Tuesday morning. But there was 32 packages that I had to mail out. So I think that's pretty damn good for 7 days of, still having to do daily videos and working and all the other life shit. So you guys, thank you very much for watching the videos and for buying stuff. But just so you know, it's definitely a little bit of work on my end. So all I ask for is thumbs up the fucking videos. That's all I need in return. Obviously, you're buying stuff, so I appreciate that, the monetary aspect. But thank you very much for watching, and just thumbs up the videos. That's my one request, I guess. This one is the first one of these games in this series that I've purchased for my collection. And some of you are going to be like, what? You don't already own every one that's ever come out? This is my first Mega Man game that I'm buying for my collection. And it's an odd one to be my first. It's Mega Man Zero Collection on the DS. I don't have any problems with Mega Man. I used to play it a lot as a kid. It just never stuck with me for whatever reason. I did not get into them as much as I did like RPGs or the Mario games or whatever. But now I am to the point where there's not very many series that I have to collect for. And I figure, there's a decent amount of Mega Man games, and I'm not going to collect like every NES release or like all the X games. I'm just going to probably buy the compilations of them because, like I said, I'm not a gigantic Mega Man fan. I kind of want to play them all now because there are quite a few I missed. But I'll do like the cheaper route probably on that one. I also did just get a Mega Man. Hold on, wait, look at my ass for a second. I got Mega Man, the Battle Network 4 Red Sun on Game Boy Advance. As it was in a garage sale video. So technically I own 2 Mega Man games now for my collection. I've made a mess over here. I guess next couple things I just got today or just recently. Some new titles. I did pick up The Walking Dead on 360. I do not have really high hopes for this game just because they had not talked about it or shown much about it at all. And then all of a sudden they were like, hey, in 1 month it's coming out. So I haven't played it. I just got it today. I haven't even looked at any current reviews. I'm going to take a wild guess and say the reviews are pretty poor for it. So, but shit, I mean, I'm wearing a Walking Dead t-shirt. I love the TV show. I love the comics. So I do want to check out that game. I really love the Telltale game. I know, obviously, that is nothing like it. This is a shooter, so. And then 2 other ones, 2 new Wii U titles. I got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I've been looking forward to this for a while, so I put quite a bit of time in the Wii Monster Hunter. So hopefully, I can have some free time to play that one. And then this one, I missed it. That's the best answer I can give. Darksiders 2 on the Wii U. I already own it on the 360, but I wanted this version because it includes bonus content. It has quite a bit of on-disc content, which I'm a really big fan of. So I really wanted to pick it up, and I just missed it when it came out, and my store never got any more copies. We never had a pre-owned copy, so I actually sort of had to hunt a copy down. And I ended up, as soon as I bought it, the very next day, someone told me, oh yeah, Darksiders 2 is like on sale on like bestbuy.com for $20 or some shit. I think with my discount, I paid like, I had like discount like a coupon, so I paid like $30-something for it. So, okay, I did, I could have got it $10 cheaper if I went to Best Buy's website or some shit, but whatever. But yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be like rare-ish, because I guess they really didn't make a ton of copies of it. And like I said, I hadn't seen it, so maybe that'll be more of like a harder to find Wii U title in the future. Next, I did finally pick up the Zelda Hyrule Historia book, and Zelda girl Megan would be happy for me. This was one that they accidentally, I guess, sort of sent to my store, thinking that we needed it for like a pre-order that someone had, but we didn't. So then I went ahead and snagged it. It is a fucking awesome book, really fancy, and just really well done. So I recommend for, you can pick it up at a lot of different places, Amazon, other different websites, and there's different prices I've seen that it's going for, all the way down to like $20, but I ended up paying like $30 for mine. I got some more Saturn games. I got In the Hunt and The Horde. Now, I am down to only needing 9 Saturn and Sega CD games for my collection to complete it. Now, I always say, when I say that, I don't mean to complete it in the sense of that's every Sega Saturn and Sega CD game that's ever come out. I mean the ones I want. But I only need 9 more, so my New Year's resolution goal is almost fulfilled already. And then this last stack is stuff that I got from Frank. Frank being the guy that I went and did that Game Hunting at Midnight video at his house, and you saw him really quick in the last week's garage sale video. He'll probably be in more videos in the future. He might come along garage sailing on a future episode as well. He does most of his garage sailing on bike, so maybe he would like to hop into a car for a change and go farther than a mile and a half, 2 miles. But he sold me everything I'm going to show you right now is what he sold me recently. I got a Game Boy Pocket, some scratches not on the screen but just on the casing, and it has its battery cover. A sort of rough copy of GoldenEye 007 on N64. We have a copy of Pokemon Diamond in this little DS case. And then, I'm trying to think if the story with this one is I sold him a copy of Final Fantasy VIII, and then this last weekend he was garage sailing and picked up a copy. This is the copy he got while garage sailing. I went ahead and bought it from him, but he kept the copy I gave him because it was a little bit better condition, but it is complete. And then Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games on the DS. That one's complete. A copy of Legend of Mana. No manual, obviously. The reason why I got this from him is this was normally in his collection, but he had a pretty good score of some PS1 games, some RPG PS1 games, the Final Fantasy VIII. He got, oh shit, what was some other ones? 1,000 Arms, Vagrant Story. Yeah, he got a pretty fucking good score, and they were all like in good shape and complete, so he paid like $5 a piece for them. And then he got a Call of Duty World at War, Grand Theft Auto 4, Alice Madness Returns, and the story with this one, Final Fantasy 12, again. He actually bought my collector's edition version, the steel case version, and he had this one that he got that he didn't need or want anymore. This was in his collection, so he sort of did a partial trade. So now I have his, less fancy version. And then a few GameCube titles. Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. The case is in really rough shape. I mean, it has stickers on it. It's a little torn up. There's no manual. The disc is in good shape, though. We got a copy of Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, complete. Sonic Mega Collection. I think no manual for that one, yeah. And then Spyro: A Hero's Tale. I would totally have kept this for my collection, except for the insert in the case is pretty rough, and it's like all white and worn. But yeah, so a decent little pickup from him. He gave me another really good deal, so it's sort of like I'm double garage sailing. If I have a pretty crappy garage sale weekend and he had a good one, then he can make some money off of me, because I'll buy it for, double or triple or even more than that for the price he paid. Shit, if he paid, $1 or, 50 cents for him, I might give him, $5 or $10 for the item. So we both profit in that sense. It's the food chain of game reselling, I guess. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up and leave some comments, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.